Do you feel like he was right for what he did?
I honestly don't agree with what he did. The main reason why I don't agree with it though is because already we are like a stereotype to the world. So when you give certain races, things to talk about, it kind of like speaks for all of us, unfortunately. Like last night, whenever Kevin Samuels did his little live and he was like, Tiffany Haddish, she said something that bothered him. So he kind of
Oh
like
yeah.
threw black women in the category like, oh, this is the problem, you guys. I can't think that this is a defense mechanism. So what Will did kind of like spoke for the whole black community. Like it wasn't right. I
Mhm.
just think that if he would have took it outside or took it somewhere else, just not there right then in that moment, it would have been better. And also, I really do feel like I know the girl's about to drag me, but Jada is problematic. I'm gonna be honest. She is
You don't have
problematic
to be afraid to say it.
because
Say
I know
it.
a lot of girls, they really, they love Jada and they feel like, it was a defense thing, but I don't agree with it because Will was really cracking up at that joke. Like, no, he really found it funny. And so
He,
he looked over at Jada and Jada was like, uh, he
nah,
disrespected
you
us.
see the jokes though? It's like they looked at him and was like Tupac wouldn't laugh at that.
He would have shot him.
Yo, nah, they were doing some crazy shit with the jokes, but nah,
I
nah, I
don't.
agree with that. I think I've been saying that for a while. Like we have an ethnic image that we
Mm-hmm.
have to uphold, unfortunately, and
Yep.
there's always that stereotype, and we're on the Oscars. Like
Mm-hmm.
to us, it may seem like nothing, but you got to remember that the world is watching.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you
when
speak for all of us,
yeah,
unfortunately.
unfortunately, right. And I was thinking about it. I was watching this conversation about like, people who just like come to America and their thoughts about Americans. Like they only see what's on TV, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
know what's going on. So when you present yourself on TV, your actions and how you speak and what you do kind of speak for the race. So that's
Yeah.
why you gotta come with in a certain energy when you're on TV and in front of millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, just to say, Will wasn't mad at the joke. He was mad at everything else that built up over the
Mm-hmm.
years, and he just like that was just a breaking point. Like he
Mm-hmm.
lost it there.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it is very problematic. I'm gonna get
She
into
is.
her a little bit more, but
She is.
what's your
Because it's
what's your
not
thoughts
right.
about that? Yeah.
I feel like the reason why she's problematic is because she really did embarrass him a lot. Like she is making her definition of a man to her is someone that sticks up for her, defends her,
But
notices that she's cheating. I don't
yeah.
know what that has to do with being a man because everything that she's ever said to what she did to Will, she's like, it's an excuse like, oh, we were entangled. She made up a whole word for an affair. It's not entangled. You had an affair on your husband. Like, that's
That's what
exactly
I'm
what it
saying.
was. But she has an excuse for
But
everything.
let me
Hmm.
retort that. A lot of people say, "Oh, but you don't know what Will was doing. He was doing his dirt too."
But that was behind closed doors. She brought it to the red
Hmm.
table talk and she decided to humiliate him in front of everybody. Like, she calling him a young lion and all that stuff. Like, you don't say that to another man. And then you
Yeah.
basically tell your man, like, if he loved me, he would have noticed. That's just disrespectful to do or say to anybody. And again, it's a joke. He's a comedian. Chris
Yeah.
Rock would have never meant to offend her. If he knew that really would have offended her, I don't think he would have said it. That's why at the end he was like, "It's a GI Jane joke,
Yeah.
bro. Like it's not. I'm not being serious." But Will Smith had to suit up real quick because Jada watching, and Jada is gonna have something to
His
say.
pride was on. He felt like his pride was on the line.
Yeah, literally, like if she would have went back home and be like, "You see, that's why I cheat because you're not defensive, you're not this, you're not that, you don't do this for me." Tupac would have handled it, and like you can't, you can't do that to a man. So I blame Will too because Will decided
Hmm.
to stay, and like if a girl stay with a cheater, everybody gonna look at the girl and be like, "Oh, well, she decided to stay. Well, it's her fault. If she know the door's right there, she can leave." I feel like the same
Hmm.
thing with Will. I feel like he's staying for the family, the image. They got this.
What's up, PTK? Go
they
ahead, go ahead.
they have this like real, like image that they have to protect too. Everyone look at Will and Jada and they're like, man, I want that Will and Jada love, not knowing that
Yeah.
it's not really a
They
lot
don't
of
know
love,
what
because
goes on behind that.
when you hear the red table talk, you will see it's a lot of miscommunication, a lot of mistrust, a lot of secret things going on that they keep away from each other. Is not what you think it is, and that's why you can't crave what celebrities have, because you never really know what it is behind closed doors. And I
Mhm.
don't want that Jada and Will love at all. No.
Yeah. J. Cole gotta take that line out of his verse.
Yeah, you gotta remix it or something. No.
Yeah.
That didn't age
No.
well.
So yeah, what are your thoughts on like? Because I see a lot of people online, and a lot of people will say, "Oh, he's just defending a black woman, and
Mm-mm.
he need to this is the problem. People can just attack black women like that and just let it go." I don't think that. Why
That's
are
what it
people making this a
was.
black and white thing?
I
That's
don't
not what it
think,
was.
no, at all. I don't agree with that at all. He's a freaking comedian. He's made multiple jokes about Jada in the past where she laughed. Like, he literally made a joke about Jada one time not being invited to the Oscars award. Like, you can't be
Yeah.
so sensitive. Like, that's Chris Rock. He's one of the funniest comedians to ever exist. Come on, Jada. Like, you in the front row seat really looking like Caillou. You are setting yourself up for jokes. Like, it's
Uh,
not fair to get mad at him because he made a joke. What she did now is opened
uh,
up a Pandora's box. A lot of comedians, I'm going to send you some stuff after this, but a lot of comedians are now like trying to defend Chris Rock, and they're like, you know what, Jada, Chris Rock was right about your bald head. You've been bald. You can't be mad about a bald headed joke. It's just that
yeah.
he's hosting the
No,
show. What do you expect him to do?
and that's what I'm saying too. And the other thing is, even if he did know about her disease, it's like,
Hmm.
so what? It's not like she showed you like dying or something. Like it's not like
Literally.
that crazy. People get made fun of when they're like have disabilities or missing limbs or they're sitting in a
I have a
wheelchair.
butt
They
chin.
still
I
get
get
made.
made fun of my butt chin. Like,
Yeah,
everybody
like
gets made of
come
something.
on. Like don't know it. You don't get a free pass. It's like, oh no, because of my illness. Shut up.
Literally, literally. She was,
Yeah,
I
like
think it was a little too sensitive, because if she would have laughed, Will would have laughed, it would have been a great night. But she ruined everybody night that night. Her night, Chris night, and she
yeah.
ruined definitely Will's night. So
Yeah, and that's why I didn't agree with like what Tiffany Haddish had to say. That was
mm-mm,
bullshit. Because it's like if
mm-mm.
you so now she got to stick by her words now. So if she
Hmm.
say some wrong shit to somebody when she got a comedy show, they have the right to get up and
And
slap the
slap
shit
her.
out of her too. So if she think that's right, and we gonna keep it a buck. If that's right, then she gotta let motherfuckers slap her. And she
Yeah,
gotta take it. She
yeah.
gotta be like, oh, this motherfucker just slapped me.
Yeah, but
Pull
it's
a Chris
valid
Rock.
because they was defending themselves. So, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's my thing. And like back to Jada, because
Mm.
Jada is a huge problem. And before, because I
Mhm.
made a video on about the whole situation.
Mhm.
And after I start to really thought about think about it deeply, like what makes it even more disturbing is that Jada never even attempted to stop Will from doing that.
Mm-mm.
They're sitting right next to each other,
Mhm.
and she never like stopped it like, hey baby, it's not that
It's
serious.
not
Or
worth it.
oh,
No.
it's like because like a lot of people if they're married and stuff. Now when I was
Mhm.
at work, I was talking to a lot of my coworkers who are married, and they were saying that same thing. They're
Mhm.
like, if I was about to get up to fight somebody, my wife would have said, no, stop,
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And she didn't even
Literally.
attempt to stop this
Mm-mm.
nigga, which means she thought that was okay.
If she wanted more, she probably wanted him to do more than just slap him. Like, Will
Yeah,
really like embarrassed. He embarrassed himself to me. I don't think that was
he
cool. It
did.
was it was hard for me to watch. Like, when I first seen it, I was like, wait, the Fresh Prince. I'm like, is this scripted, or like did they like decide to rehearse
Yeah,
this and put on a show? But
that
like,
wasn't
when I
scripted.
when I started to
That
read it,
wasn't
I was
scripted.
like, wait, did this man
Yeah, that
really just
wasn't
slap
scripted.
him? Like, that was for real, for real. I was like, that's not
That's
cool,
for real.
Will. That's not cool. And Jada sitting over there with a head just looking like that's how you do it. That's not cool. That's
Hmm.
not cool on anybody's end. I really lost a lot of
Yeah,
respect for Will, and Will is really one of my favorite people. Like
he's the man.
honestly.
Like, listen, I said it in my video. I don't care what nobody say. I know people clowning him, whatever.
Mhm.
Will is still the man. I'm still gonna
Mhm.
make jokes about his dumb shit that he do, but he's still the man, you
He
know.
he
But
got to
it's
let
just,
go of that toxicness, and it's Jada.
yeah, and it like when I really think about that shit really even hurt me because it's like you could see this
Mhm.
man is broken, and it's coming from this woman,
Mhm.
like,
Beside
and
him.
he doesn't even realize it because it's like if let's say like Jada wasn't there,
Mhm.
nobody would be clowning him for the shit that he's going through.
Mhm.
All the stuff is
Yeah.
happening kind of
Because
because of her.
Jada.
But I
Yeah.
don't put all the blame on her
Me either.
because one, you chose her, and then you
Mhm.
decided to stay with
Stay.
her.
Mhm.
And then it's like, oh, well, you don't know what Will was doing, and Will was doing this with this
You
type of
don't.
person,
That's a
but
whack excuse.
he never made it public, and those people that he were with never
Mhm.
disrespected Jada and made a
Nope.
fucking song about her.
And put talking about the position that you had her in, like
Yeah,
that's
he never even addressed
disrespectful.
that.
Never addressed it. Just act like it doesn't exist. What Jada
The
do is
fuck?
she turns off her comments. Whenever something goes on in her life, she deletes her comments. Don't nobody say nothing to me. I don't want to hear what y'all gotta
Hmm.
say. I said what I said, and my man did what he had to do. Next conversation, we're gonna talk about this on the Red Talk. And it's like, Jada, you gotta
Yeah,
grow up because you need to hear what people gotta say to you. You don't get to just do
exactly.
this little red table talk and
He got
get
to
your
shut
point
that shit
across.
down.
She need to
That
get
red
that
table talk is not doing any good for him
is
or
not
his family.
at all. She putting all their business out there. I'm not happy. I'm not this. I'm not that. Is like,
He
damn,
said,
like,
"Can you imagine how broken you got, like how you got to feel for your wife to sit in front of you and said, 'I haven't been happy in a long time till I got with another man.'" That's fucking crazy disrespectful. Can you
mm-mm.
imagine somebody saying that and then still sticking? A lot of Let me say this. A lot of
That's
people say,
divorce
"Oh,
words.
he did the right thing. He's supposed to defend his wife." But when is his wife defending him?
Right?
Ever?
Right? Right?
That's
She
crazy.
don't ever come to Will's defense. Like he posted her the night of the awards. She posted herself all looking at herself doing this. It's all about Jada. Everything is about Jada. I want him to change everything so that I can be happy
Mhm.
because he is responsible for my happiness. And Will Smith is kind of going back on his word because he's the one that said, like, I'm not responsible for nobody's happiness. You're supposed to bring your own happy self into a relationship. We match our happies and we build off
Yeah,
that.
which
However,
that's a point I agreed to. Go
if
ahead.
Jada is not happy, clearly Will is a happy person because he found the joke funny until he looked over at his unhappy wife who didn't find it funny. So it's like he's doing everything he can to make her happy. Where is she holding up
Yeah.
her end of the bargain? You gotta make yourself happy too, Jada. You can't just be like, well, I'm gonna go out here and be a hoe and I'm gonna sleep with the next man because that's what's gonna make me happy because my man not doing it. How is he not doing that? Like you can literally see he does everything to make you happy. Everything is
Hmm.
all about Jada. Jada, Jada, Jada.
And
He
let
ruined
me
his
put it
night
on
for
point
you.
too. I got a point, and I'm gonna end it with this too.
Mhm.
I'm gonna end it with this. Here's what I noticed too. Whenever Will refers to Jada, he says, "My wife, my wife.
Mhm.
I'm doing this with my wife." Whenever
Mhm.
Jada refers to Will, he calls her by her first name. Never says, "My husband, my husband." You ever
Mm.
notice that?
No, never, never. I
Because
need
it's
to look
like
up some interviews
that.
now.
That's like actually a while ago, I think Will release like a book or something, and she said something like "Congratulations, Will Smith" or something like that.
Whoa! Congratulations, Will Smith. You have his whole name, my husband.
Yo, when
Yeah.
you say your man's first name, is it cause you mad at him or is it just some regular
No,
shit?
I'm mad at him when I say his name. I don't ever say his full name, and he got an African name. So if I say that
I be
full
telling
name,
y'all, like,
I'm mad.
if I'm with my girl and I'm not calling her babe and I'm calling her by her first name,
Mhm.
I'm mad at you
Literally,
for
I'm
something.
pissed.
Yeah, especially with women. If she
Jada's not
say your first
happy.
name,
She's not happy. And then every year she finds a new letter that Tupac wrote. I'm trying to figure out. how many he wrote before he died, because
Mm.
every year she's like, oh, look what Tupac left for me. Oh, another letter. Oh, another story, a biography. And it's
Oh
like,
wow, I didn't even know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
every year she's showing like how much Tupac loved her, and you know what he did for her, and how he sent her a letter and all of this extra stuff. And I'm just like, I understand you and Tupac was really close, but it really looks like she's kind of like, she wished that she would have chose him instead of Will.
She, I, everybody, that's what it
Mm-hmm.
seemed like.
She done went
That's what it
and got the
seemed
whole
like.
family looking like Tupac. Willow Smith looked like Tupac. Jada Smith about to cut his hair. Everybody
Crazy.
got a baldy. She got the whole family looking like him. They acting gangster. They trying to rep this violent stuff, and it's like, I don't know what she's doing. She reminds me of, I don't want to say it, but she reminds me of like, I hope I don't get judged. I feel the same way
Go
about
ahead, say what
Gabrielle
you say.
Union.
Say it with your chest.
I feel like Gabrielle Union and Jada, like they're just some very strong masculine
Oh,
women in
you
the
bringing Gabrielle
relationship.
Union in this too?
Like they call the shots. Like they men kind of look like puppets to me. I'm gonna be honest, because I can't say what I want to say about Dwayne Wade on
Listen,
this live, so we're
listen.
gonna take it a
The
different way.
government listening. Don't say it, man. The
I'm not
government
gonna
listening.
say
They
it.
gonna come after you.
I'm not gonna say
You
it.
gonna get canceled, Kia.
But
They
I'm
gonna
glad that we
cancel
both
you
on the
out.
same page with this. I'm glad that you know what I'm trying to say without saying it. But a lot
Yeah.
of these people, these women, they be orchestrating a lot of things, and I be like, I
Yeah.
don't know
So,
how the guys do it, but bless their
so yeah.
heart.
Here's a better question. What do you think? Do you think Chris Rock did the right thing? Do you think he should have did something back?
No, no, no. I think
Mhm.
he kept it professional. He should have put on for the black people, showed them that we have professionalism. We don't have to act like,
Yeah.
wild animals. We can, we can keep it pushing. I respect Chris Rock so much for how he handled it. And I
I do
honestly
too.
hope he
Yeah.
doesn't accept his apology. I might sound a little, oh, you hold grudges, but nah,
Chris
Will, you
really gave a
gotta,
bullshit apology though.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
I
what?
wouldn't accept that. You're gonna have to work for this friendship back. You're gonna have to slap your girl
Mm.
at least 10 times. I might have to see something else. Like, hey, something gotta give. Mm-mm. Something
No,
gotta give.
but you know what? I would like at first when I was looking at it, I was like, "Fuck out of here!" I would have hit Will back. But then I thought about it. I was like, "How much is Chris getting paid for the awards?" You know what?
Hmm.
For a couple,
I said
couple
Chris
mil, I would
shouldn't
get
have hit
stuff
him
out of
back.
Will Smith. Couple
Now,
mil.
what I would have did is different. Now, I'm not saying I would have did the different thing.
You
I
didn't
would have
let Will
beat Will
Smith
Smith's
slap you
ass.
for a million? For a million?
Mm.
For a million. You're
All
gonna
right,
let Will
I'll let
Smith
him
slap
slap
you.
me right there for a million, but no one ever said I couldn't get him back. So I'm sorry. After that show was done, Will Smith, we gonna have
Nah,
to
you
talk.
can't hit him back.
Oh no,
Or you
somebody
gonna
gonna
lose
have to
your
hit him.
mill. You gonna have to hit him? You gonna lose a mill? I'm
Mm,
gonna take that slap for a mill.
boy,
I'm gonna,
I
I'm
don't
gonna,
know. I'm a hothead. I'm gonna slap back,
I
maybe.
probably would have been petty though. I would have probably been petty and been like, that nigga slapped me till August.
You stupid.
Yo, I would have been petty as hell. I ain't gonna
Oh, you
lie.
would have been like, he slapped me the way August slapped Jada cheeks. I didn't deserve
See?
that. I didn't deserve that.
Yo, I was talking with one of my friends. I was talking with Young and
Somebody gonna have to hit him,
somebody
right?
gonna have to hit me.
If not me, somebody.
Yeah, nah. But I was talking about it with Young, and
Mm-hmm.
we was like, "Yo, do you think Will Smith would have hit like The Rock if he was hosting it? Like if The
Hell no.
Rock was on stage?
The Rock
No?
wouldn't have felt it. The Rock wouldn't have felt the slap. That's the problem. I
You think he would even try though?
don't think he would have tried. The Rock is like
That would have been funny.
5'11" and all muscle. Like that's a big guy.
That would have been funny.
That's a big guy.
Do
I feel
you
like
smell what your wife is cooking?
I feel like he would have lost his shit because he's a wrestler. I feel like he would have lost his shit. Like, nah, you're not about to
Would have
slap
gave him
me.
the people's elbow. Yo. It doesn't matter if your wife is bald.
Literally. I feel like he knew who to do that to. That's why everyone was like, oh, he knew to do that to Chris Rock because Chris wasn't gonna have no
Yeah.
reaction. But if he would have did that with somebody else would have wilded out on him. I'm not lying. somebody else would have wilded out because I would have. I don't know, for $1 million. Look, there. I'm gonna take this slap, but when we get to the parking lot, look, his license plate is such and such. Handle that. Somebody gonna
Yeah,
have to get him.
yeah. But nah, I'm just like appalled at seeing like all the people online that's like, oh, he's just defending his wife or defending the black woman and stuff. And I'm like,
Oh
nah, that's
God,
something else. That's not
no.
what it is. You don't see what's going on there.
Mm-mm. It's a
It's
bigger
not that.
picture,
Yeah, and then you fucking up your whole image and everything. And then
literally.
nigga won an award after that.
Yep, Oscars. Like, did y'all just give this man an
He got
award
Oscar for slapping a nigga. I
for
wish I
slapping
could.
him? Hmm. That's what that award was for. It was not because he did so great in King Richard. He didn't even do that amazing. I could name better movies than
I
shit.
ain't gonna
I'm gonna be
hold you.
honest.
I think that nigga tried it with the rock. I don't know. He would have got the rock bottom.
Imagine slapping a boulder.
Yo, yo, that would have been crazy, man.
He
That
wouldn't
would
have
have
did
been
that to The Rock.
crazy.
The Rock wouldn't have
Nah.
felt it, so all he would have been able to do was take back what The Rock did. And I feel like while he was walking away, The Rock would have threw something. The mic, something would have hit him.
Yeah, yeah,
You ain't
yeah.
about to just slap
Nah,
me and walk away.
but he could have handled that way better. What he could have did is he could have waited till he got his award and really talked about it, or he could have came to him
Mm-hmm.
after the show and like he could have came to him after the show.
And be like, lay
Nah,
off
I
the
saw that shit.
jokes.
You seen all the
Mm-hmm.
reactions to the thing? Like that shit was funny as hell.
Lupita Nyong'o was legit my face, bro. Like, whenever I first seen the video, I was like, what's going
Bro, I
on?
woke
Like,
up to that shit.
all
I
over
woke
my
up to that shit. I was
timeline
not prepared for that.
at all. And then, I
I was
had woke up
not
late
prepared.
that day too. Like, I woke up super late. I was like, wait, what?
Mhm.
What the hell just happened? Did Will Smith
So
just smack somebody?
okay, so I want to get your opinion on this. This might be a little bit off topic
Yeah.
because I've been seeing this post a lot where they say, "Oh, black women aren't protected by black men." Do you agree with that, or is there like some truth to that? How do you feel about that statement?
There's some truth to it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, like, even I don't like to be the black woman to speak on it because we get called bitter. But for an example, whenever we had asked like our mixed friends and our other race friends, it was guys, and we asked them like, how do you feel about black men and black women? And he was like, well, if you put black men in a full room with other different races, they got white women, Asian women, Blasian women, black women, that black man is going to say something good about every woman in that room, and he's going to make the target the black woman. He's going to find something negative to say, like, oh, that's not your real hair, or oh, what do you do? Like, black men really do. Like, again, Kevin Samuels, Tiffany Haddish literally asked the reporter, did the reporter agree? And the reporter was like, yes, I would want my husband to defend me. That was not a black woman that said that. However, Kevin Samuels literally took what Tiffany said and put it all on black women. Like, he categorized all of us, and every black woman
Okay.
that I've asked this question to, no black woman agrees with what Will Smith did. Not a
I don't
single.
know about that
No,
now.
from when I asked,
I don't know about that
them,
now.
no one is saying like, "Oh, he's right, he's right, he's right." Like, every time I ask my friends like how they feel about it, like, "Yo, that shit was crazy. Like, did you think that was right what he did?" They're like, "I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it."
Mhm.
But yet we're all categorized, and
Yeah,
everything that everything that Kevin Samuel.
you went out for a second. Yeah, I can't hear you. But yeah, nah. I guess just for the rest of the audience, like, I don't know about that. I feel like there's definitely men out there who are like who are woman bashers and stuff on who just have it against the black woman because they've had bad experiences with black women. But honestly, I see most men that are really for a black woman, or like I really do see that. But the problem is, it feels like the black man cannot critique the black woman. So just like even what you said with like not wearing your real hair. One thing that a lot of black men have been saying is like, we don't like weave. We don't like that stuff. We like your natural hair. And then it comes back as if we're attacking black women, but that's not the case. We're not attacking black women, It's not that at all. But we're just saying like, yo, we don't like this. It's very simple. But yeah, let me see if I could get somebody else on too. Anyways, because I want to see some other guys, some other people's opinions on this. Because I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. I could definitely be wrong.
Yeah.
What's up, man? What's up, man? You in the,
What's up?
you in the dark?
Let's switch now. Yeah.
What's up, man? What's up?
The last time I was in the dark, I got a little bit of light now.
All right. Oh, what's up? What's going on?
Hey,
Yeah, we both here.
Okay, cool. So I got both of your opinions. I got Young in the cut, but he eating right now. But what you call it? So, what are your thoughts on this whole Will situation? I want to know your thoughts because usually you have a different perspective of mine a lot of the times.
You know what's crazy? I came into this with the perspective of that was so fragile, that was so childish for him to lash out like that. And I started speaking to people, and you know what I noticed? There's been a flip in some of the rhetoric that a lot of and I don't even like to take it there, like women are somehow flipping on the toxic masculinity thing. I'm like, what's happening? I'm confused. Because I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, we need to dismantle this idea of violence. We need to dismantle toxic masculinity. That's what that was.
Not when you're defending a black woman.
And then all of a sudden, I'm getting told that I'm pussy or something. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, y'all switched up. So that was I would say, the one gripe with the situation. I didn't take it that seriously. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny as hell too.
don't condone. Yeah, I don't condone what Will Smith did, bro.
Okay.
That shit was that joke was not that bad.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't. Like I could have and I said this on my video. I could have empathy for because I've been in moments where I had to slap a motherfucker upside the head for saying some stupid shit about my girl. So, but it's context to it. I'm not going to go to a comedy show where people are being made fun of and then be like, oh, you can't make fun of me. What? What the fuck are you talking about? You just, that's what they're paid to do. They're comedians.
I'm like, yo, because I was talking to a couple of people. I'm like, yo, none of y'all niggas go to a comedy club and sit in the front row. Because y'all cannot hear. It's going to be over. Y'all going to be ready to run on stage.
Don't listen to a comedian.
Do not go to a comedy
club. Hear joke. Facts.
And sit in the front row. Because y'all niggas is going to be ready to run on stage, slap the comedian, all this other shit.
If that was a comedy show, security would have dragged him out and threw him out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You can't do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Another thing, people really love ignoring the context of the situations. I'm tired of people coming up to me or telling me like, yo, if you was in the streets and that was your mother, what would you have done?
That's in the streets.
I'm like, bro. I'm like, huh? Like the Oscars is the streets now?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yo, you from Brooklyn? You should know that people slap niggas out all day, every day. I'm like, come on, bro. This is an Oscars. That's what I'm saying. There's a time and a place to handle shit a specific way. Will Smith getting up and slapping him in the face. I feel like the situation would have been totally different if Will Smith sat down and just yelled at him, don't, say something about my wife. Or when he made a speech, you get up there and you tell him specifically why you don't like the joke that he told. Why is that so hard for people to figure out?
That's what I'm saying, but it's just like all that shit built up inside him. He was thinking of all the shit with August, everybody talking about him online, everybody talking smack about him. And then when he looked over at Jada, and Jada looked at him like, you a little bitch. His pride was attacked, and he felt like he had to do something.
A lot of people, I agree. A lot of people made a great point that Will Smith wasn't necessarily defended because a lot of people were like, oh, he's protecting black women, he's protecting disabilities, because Chris Rock's joke was attacking disabilities or attacking black women. Will Smith wasn't protecting black women. He was protecting his ego,
his pride.
His ego was hurt because Jada
broke that man.
Was hurt. That's what I'm saying. It's like all building up. I don't want to go into the interpersonal relationship, but they've been putting that shit out for forever. Yeah. But what's your opinion? Because I've been talking a lot.
Yeah. What's your opinion, black woman?
Yeah. I think that shit was staged.
You think it was staged?
Yeah, I think it was staged because nobody was picking for the Oscars.
There will be no more jokes because it hurts someone's feelings. Exactly. No more freedom of speech.
Nobody was checking for the Oscars. It went down 58% last year. They needed another come up. And, you know, like Will and Chris, they're close, basically. And I just think that shit was staged. I was on Facebook. You think
it's not even real?
I don't think it's real. On Facebook, everybody after the incident, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm getting ready to get that Will book that came out a couple months ago," and I know he's getting mad money from whatever's going on. I think this is a marketing
endorsements from that. I don't think so.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, he's still making money.
He's gonna still make money, but he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose a lot of money too. I think he lost a lot more money than gained a lot more money from that.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
A part of me thought it was staged.
I think it was staged, and on top of that, like, it wasn't a good look for him. It was too impulsive. Like, and him smacking Chris Rock, he could have. Well, if you're saying he's losing endorsements, then he really is losing. He had a lot to lose, and he just like threw that shit all in the trash. Chris Rock could sue him for all his fucking money. He could sue the Oscars. Making Will get banned because he don't know how to control himself. Like that type of stuff isn't really desirable, not on my end. No. And then on top of that, I don't trust Will or Jada. I don't think they're for the black community. I don't think Will would do something to protect black women. They don't even really think about black people as a whole. They care about themselves.
I wouldn't go that far.
Huh? I don't think they care. I really don't think they care about the black community that much. I don't think any black celebrity does, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. We don't know.
Really?
We don't know.
Yeah. They use that like, all right, like a couple years ago, Will didn't get nominated for Oscar award. So
2016, right?
Yeah, so now they wanted everybody else to boycott.
Mm.
He finally got nominated. He's happy. They're not talking about the black issues no more. They got what they wanted.
That moment was overshined by him slapping Chris. Like, you can't even talk about like him getting the award. That was supposed to be the highlight of that night, him getting the award. You know, but off of him doing something stupid like that, now that's what he's known for. That's what people are talking about. So it's not a good look for him. And I don't think it was staged at all. Of course, I could be wrong, but from how everything is going and how much he has to lose from that, I don't think it was staged at all. And even for the Oscars too, I guess you could say the Oscars could gain something by it from like ratings and stuff, but people weren't really watching the show until that happened. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's so much. It doesn't make sense for them to stage that and go through all that. It doesn't make sense.
Listen, he's making bank. He might have lost endorsements, but he's making bank.
I mean, somewhere, yeah.
They're both making bank. And on top of that, celebrities see it as this: all press is good press, whether it's good or bad. As long as they're talking about you, you're good.
That's not true.
Listen. You saying that now? People.
He want to slap niggas.
Listen, it's only been a couple of days. It's only been a couple of days. Look what Kanye did to Taylor Swift. And everybody thought, he was gonna go downhill. He didn't fall. He still has a lot of fans backing him up.
like what? How long has it been? Like 10 years later, he's on top of his game. He's one of the most streamed artists. It didn't change anything.
No, but I don't think it's gonna. It's not gonna kill their career. But you know,
I don't think
it's not gonna kill Will's career. Will's gonna still be acting. He's still gonna be doing stuff, but he's still gonna lose shit from that. You know, he's going. You don't know what type of opportunities he lost from just smacking one nigga.
He's fine.
He's gonna be fine.
Chris didn't even. He's fine. Chris didn't even.
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like somebody does something bad and then the person loses all the money. That's not how it works. It's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that they lose, you know, and stuff with opportunities with even other shows and other producers and other things. He might never be able to go on an award show after that. They might be like, nah, you know the slapping niggas. You can't
listen, until I see it, then that's when I'll say, because they could have kicked him out. They didn't kick him out when he first did it. So we'll see. Maybe, and if nothing changes in 2 weeks, then I'ma definitely believe that it was staged.
Yeah.
But
I don't think that was staged at all. It was just too much. And if it was staged, he deserved another fucking Oscar for that shit. Everybody in that goddamn room did.
Yo, you know who deserves an Oscar? From what I've been seeing, bro, this nigga Chris Rock deserves an Oscar. Because the way people are flipping, trying to what do you call it? What's the word when you like the breakdown of his joke?
Oh yeah.
The way people are breaking down his joke, I'm like, bro, he needs an Oscar for. Yeah, I'm like, he's doing like 4D chess, like he's manipulating this to bring up this issue. The G.I. Jane reference is a reference to Black Lives Matter, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, people are losing. Like, oh my goodness. Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, yo, it's just the G.I. Jane joke. I didn't even think the joke was good.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if he never would have got up and did that, nobody would have been talking about it. They would have been talking about him getting his Oscar. Nope. So that's my thing. What do you think about this, Young? I got Young in the cut. What do you think about it?
I agree with everything you guys said so far.
Yeah, it's very clear cut. It's like I don't understand how people are from the sideline saying.
I just want to see where all of that energy was where his wife went on live television and said, "I'm fucking some other nigga right in front of you,"
and then they made a song about it.
It's crazy. It's like inconsistent. It's like he's picking and choosing when to, you know, exude his
he saw 100
his pressure.
He saw 150 pounds off the wet target.
That's what it was, man. The Rock was up here. If you smell with the Rock.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like he would have tried the Rock. I feel like that nigga was a little unhinged. I feel like he would have tried the Rock. I'm not even gonna lie. He was a little bit. I feel like he would have got him and tried to slap the Rock.
You know what?
And then he would have missed. Rock would have been his arm and Rock bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, but I think it's the toxicity with Jada that's causing all this, man. And I'm not trying to put it. I can't put it all on Jada because it's like you picked. That's the nigga you picked, though. That's who you picked. That shit's crazy, man. But yeah, I don't know. That's just crazy. But that shit was freaking crazy, man. It's like that's another thing that people don't understand. It's like every group, not just black people, they have an ethnic image, and when you do certain stuff, unfortunately, people gonna take that and run with it.
You know what's funny?
Globally.
Everybody at work, they told me, Young, that's crazy because you were just saying like the scenario, what's worse, like getting punched or slapped, and you know, obviously a punch can do like some pretty bad damage, but the slap, especially in our culture, the slap is so demeaning.
Yeah, that's like disrespect. Like whenever,
like
no one say I'm a.
No one remembers you getting punched. They don't remember you getting slapped.
Yeah, and niggas don't be like, I'm gonna punch the shit out of you. They say, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Usually.
Because it's
a sign of disrespect. Yeah, and you're right about that. And it's just like, yo, there's so much shit going on with Will, man. I don't know if you need to go like some type of counseling or something. I could tell from the last speech he had, this like this man is broken. And it's sad to see like nigga Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like broken down by one woman. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And Kia did bring up a good point about like pointing out one black woman doing something and say, "Oh, look at what a lot of black women do and stuff." No, it's not. It's that's one thing I think that guys need to like kind of work on a bit, and just saying like focus on the individual who said a certain thing and not putting that all on black women. But there's certain things that people do that you can like see, you can verifiably see that that's what's happening a lot in our culture. There are certain things that a lot of black women do, but it's not fair to put that all on them, But yeah, it's a very thin line between that. But there's certain things in our culture that we got to work on, And so long as we have the conversations to do that, I think we're getting somewhere. I don't think we need to be in this like state where we're scared to even talk to each other. We as black men and black women, we need to talk to each other. We should be able to critique each other, both the black man and the black woman. And we got to be able to work something out, but we can't work something out if everybody quiet or everybody thinks men are misogynist or this and that because they critiquing black women, or if women say something about black men, all of a sudden black women don't care about black men and all these things. It starts with just sitting down and having a conversation. That's pretty much all it really is. But it seems like for the most part, most people are like, no, Will was wrong. There's a few angry
there's
people.
A lot of people. I saw posts where it was just a ton of people that were like, yes, he protected his wife.
I saw that too.
I would want from my man. And honestly speaking, it's usually a lot of single people. It's usually a lot of people that like there's people that like they're obviously I'm just joking, but it's a lot of people who don't understand the dynamics of relation of the situation.
Yeah, the situation.
They gotta understand it was the Oscars. Mm-hmm. It was a paid professional comedian making a couple of jabs. He said, "Jada, my girl," and then he said a little joke. It was a corny joke. It wasn't funny.
And he tried to continue it too. I mean, he tried to like end it right there. It's like, yeah, try to close it out. He didn't try to continue it.
Yeah, just to me, it was like corny. And when somebody made a joke about her, about Will Smith. Oh yeah, Jada said it's okay. Will Smith coming back and be with somebody. That one was funny, and it was a little bit more like, whoa. And she just laughed it off. Everybody laughed it off.
He made fun of everybody there. He wasn't the only one that got made fun of. But yeah, I digress. But yeah, that's just crazy. Like me, I've seen a lot of people online saying some pure fuckery. But
these are the same people that they want to call their man to their job every time they have an altercation.
And then he gonna go to prison, and then you ain't gonna see him in prison, and then you gonna fuck somebody else while he in prison. Fuck out of here, man. It's not even that serious. Like, she's bald.
But they keep saying, you said something about a disability. Alopecia is hair loss.
That's what I'm saying.
And I honestly understand how she could be like, it's hard to cope with losing your hair if you really care about your hair. You know what I mean? But at the same time, for her to say a struggle with alopecia, I just got this guy at work, 20.
These niggas dealing with crazy shit, and you just bald.
And rich.
And well, just bald and rich.
Yeah, but everybody has their own thing. Like, so her hair meant something to her. You could be rich. Money doesn't always solve your problem. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
that you're bald, like, that's it?
Yeah, but okay, so you being bald is like everybody's different. Like they have their hair. It's like, okay, What if you were rich and let's say you had a really like you had a disease that lowered your ability to like get aroused, and they said, but you're rich. It's like you would still have to cope with that because you pride yourself in like being able to have sexual encounters with people. It's different things for her. Her hair was her beauty. And I can understand that, but my point being is,
like if I'm at a comedy show and somebody makes fun of me not getting up, I'm gonna fucking laugh at it.
One time, I didn't like this joke Tiffany Haddish had made about some bring your child to work day, and she was like saying, "Oh, he's cute for an 11-year-old or 12-year-old," and then I'm like, I don't like that joke, but it's comedy. They tried it. They test the waters, and you know what I mean. I'm not opposed to testing the waters. If I don't like the joke, someone else.
According to Tiffany Haddish, you should have went on stage and slapped her. According to her, but she thought Will was right for that.
Yeah, but she's just joking because if you're
that's what she said. She was
of course she did. Of course she did. But like I said, it just shows you the crab in the bucket mentality. She knows he's a comedian. She should have took the side based off being a comedian, and that's why comedians are getting beat up now. You see, even with Joe Rogan. Now, Joe Rogan was saying some crazy shit. I get that, but as soon as he said that, like all these comedians come out of nowhere, like, oh, I kind of knew he was like that, and they just scrapped on him, and it just shows you like how they try to step on each other and they don't friend for each other. That's why comedy could die that way because you have to defend your people. You have
to do it.
It's supposed to be a tight knit group, and
but all right, this is getting pretty long. Nice conversations. We definitely gonna talk about some more stuff. It was some good conversations for the past few lives. You guys brought up some good points, but gonna see you guys in the next live. And I don't know what the topic's gonna be, but it's gonna be something crazy. All right, later, guys.
Pick up the pieces and patches, I gotta be, cause the edges are jagged. I do not call my piece lessons with real beef, they be squeezing them ratchets. You not the same person that you on internet, I've been smelling some catfish. Don't condone violence, cause we move in silence, you know that they got it like Metal Gear Solid. Pick up the pieces and patches, I gotta be, cause the edges are jagged. I do not call my piece lessons with real beef, they be squeezing them ratchets. You not the same person that you on internet, I've been smelling some catfish. Don't condone violence, cause we move in silence, you know that they got it like Metal Gear Solid.